This journey begins deep in the San Isabel National Forest, where I set up base camp at 8,200 feet. But by the end of it, we'll be over 11,000 feet at an historic ghost town and mine. But I'm here in the Sangre de Cristo mountains, and I'm going to be heading up to the Cloverdale mine. Weather's a little calling for maybe some showers and thunderstorms, but looking at the radar and everything, I don't think where I'm particularly at will be drastically affected by that. While I'm packing out, I just wanted to take a moment to go over a little bit of what I'll be bringing with me. Basically what I'll be bringing with me, just this little day pack. Bring my Garmin, emergency blanket, my rain gear, bottoms and upper, a couple of little extra battery packs, headlamp, just 2 liters of water with me. I'll use 1 liter up, 1 liter down. I'll probably bring a Sawyer squeeze with me. Always just prepare to basically spend a night if I need to for emergency or anything that happens. And one other quick thing, an addendum here. I also will be bringing with me some bear spray, of course. Just as I was heading off, the winds began to get a bit gusty. The weather changes fast in the mountains, and it wasn't long before things were calm again. I reached the Ballman Reservoir, but what I was really looking forward to seeing was Rainbow Lake, which still lays ahead. Wow, this is just such an incredible hike so far. Great views, beautiful waterfalls. Can't wait to see this old mine. Wow, this is a heck of a spot here. Got a nice fire ring right on the creek. Alright, we are just now getting to Rainbow Lake. There are some beautiful campsites around here. Check this out, guys.
Little woodpecker here. Not sure how well he's gonna come out. Wow, very cool, guys. We're making it to the first remnant of the ghost town and the ghost mine. This cool little cabin here. Check it out.
Along the route before reaching the main mine complex, you'll come across remnants where the original inhabitants here that were working with the mine would stay.
So important while you're here. Leave it better than you came. It's amazing that these places are still around for us to see. Wow. So cool. I don't know how well it's coming out, but this has a really cool, like, stone floor to it. Wow, this is super cool. I love exploring these kinds of things. Looks like a corral they had here as well for animals or livestock. Probably horses or donkeys, I would imagine. There's a nice water source nearby. Just down this path from the cabin. Absolutely awesome. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just explore and find these unique places like this from history that still exist for us to examine and experience. Well, this one is definitely not in as good a shape as you can see, but it still remains. And there's just a massive exterior logs that were used. Wow, this is just a huge boulder field here. These mountains here are just dominating the surrounding area. Wow. Wow. There's the path we were just on down there. I'm glad I decided to come. The forecast and the conditions this morning were a little questionable, but turned out to be a really nice day. Sunny, all the overcast really is cleared or burned off, and really nice views. Wow guys, it was so super cool. Got to the first series of structures in Ghost Town here, and there's still more before we get to some other areas. I believe there's this little town here, and then there's supposed to be maybe some like mine stuff and different thing. I'm not going to go into any of this stuff, but wow, just all kinds of equipment up in here and different things.
With all the tools and equipment abandoned and left behind, it had a feel of like a time capsule.
Another little cabin here.
It is said in August of 1919, a wide copper vein on Eagle Peak below the north-facing ridge was uncovered by a hunting party while bringing down a mountain sheep killed near the summit. This party was known to have included E.F. Stacy, his brother Ryan Stacy, and R.E. Ong.
Make sure we latch all this back up. There we go. Yeah, important to keep the doors closed and the windows intact, as that sign said, because it keeps everything from deteriorating faster, and we can explore and enjoy these for much longer.
As a result, E.F. Stacy filed a location certificate on Big Horn Lode, recorded December 23, 1919, by Custer County Recorder.
Wow.
From 1923 to 1926, 3 camp cabins were built. Miners, including some of the locators, were hired. All supplies and equipment were brought in by burro trains, horseback and foot.
Wow, that is so super cool. All right, I think we're going to push on to the other part of this journey. That's probably the mine we're ultimately going to make it to, up there. Wow. Yeah, there's a mine right about there, it looks like. Starting to get a better glimpse of where we're headed, all the way over there.
This mine has a deep and storied past, ranging from claims to water rights and fires. One of the impediments that occurred was when it was learned that a local rancher, A.L. Hatley, had water rights in the creek below the camp that flows into Rainbow Lake. He had built a ditch to divert the water to ranches several miles below.
Well, since I've left that first little ghost town area, the skies have started to gray a little bit, get more overcast. So I'm hoping I can make it to this last section before it gets to where I need to start turning around. Still here over 11,000 feet, so I'm just very cautious when I get that high with the weather and the lightning storms that can happen here. So we'll push on and hopefully we make it there.
On August 27th, 1926, a memorandum of agreement was signed between Cloverdale Mines and Mr. Hatley that the ditch would be protected or new ditches built when the road was constructed to the camp.
Wow. Those main beams are massive. Oh yes, we reached it. Pretty neat. You can see in this rock here, just walking up, where they bore into this rock here. Pretty cool. I'm gonna be quick here because it looks like there is some stuff forming, which was called for. So I'm gonna probably get this here and start making my way back down. Just don't want to risk getting caught. Wow. I really got to hand it to people back then. They were just badass. They were so tough.
In addition to all those issues, it was also the Great Depression and a fire that happened here. On October 28, 1931, the mill, assay house, and storeroom burned. Brisk wind and no water made the fire uncontrollable. The cause was not determined. It was assumed that it was from spontaneous combustion as the mill was not running. 2 insurance policies did not cover the full loss, which a newspaper reported was approximately $35,000 to $40,000.
Alright guys, I'm a little over 6.5 miles. A little over 11,100 feet. And I think I am going to start heading back. The weather's kind of getting iffy. I think before heading down though, I am just going to have a snack. Pretty hungry. Take an opportunity to switch out my water bottle too. But basically have some cashews, some beef sticks, and a smashed stinger. So
As I sat there eating my snack, I couldn't help but admire the people that lived and worked here, and the conditions that they lived in, and all of the hard work that it took to build these structures and just survive in this kind of environment here.
On that note, I'm not going to overstay my welcome on the mountain. And it was great to visit here. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'll see you on the next one.